Hello everyone, Was an Addict here. I wanted to share this because I learn all the things I'm learning and I put it into pen and paper throughout my whole recovery, and it's hard to explain how I become the person I am. And it's all that soul searching and all that shadow work, because I come into this recovery very broken and very lost, and not any navigation to where I was going to end up. All I could think of is that I wanted to die. I didn't want to live anymore. It was extremely hard. But my mind just put itself together, and I just started to search things and just take one day at a time, but not to the point where I didn't keep busy, and like now I've set up a challenge, and it's a 70-day walking challenge. It's not a lot, walking is not a lot, but doing it for 70 days straight is a battle, and especially the last couple of weeks I've actually had really low iron, like extremely low, and I don't even know how I was walking, but I was walking. And then today I woke up and I just don't want to do it, but I have to do it, Not all my challenges are complete. Not all of them are perfect. Some of them I don't even get past the third day. But it doesn't stop me from building new challenges. But I just wanted to, I do this book, and this is where I've learned so much of myself. But it's just little thoughts that come to my head, or little things that I hear, and I wanna write it down, and I always read back on this book, and this is how I've made it. This is called my bullet diary, and it's something that gets me through. I've done this recovery all on my own. I've been solo, and I didn't do it the traditional way. I've done it the way that I could do it, because I was very anti-human. I'm not good with the outside world. I'm very sheltered. I'm very isolated, so this is the way I had to do it to become out of that wall that I was, those 4 walls that I was sitting in, But I just said here, it said early recovery, this is what I wrote down: I will not leave the house even if my mind tries to tell me to go out, because it's so easy to go out in early recovery and be triggered, see old friends or somewhere you used to use or whatever, and then boom, you're back on it, I think finding a job in early recovery is something that you shouldn't do. I think we need a lot of healing time. As long as you're putting in the healing time and doing the right things, and then a job will come, and you'll know when you're ready. I think I was a year and 8 months clean, or into my journey, before I knew I could go out into the world, because you do have to go out into the world and start sobriety. You've got to start working and pay your bills and that, so that does have to come. But there's a certain time that things should come in your life when you're in early recovery, because it's so easy to go back. I always used to find myself going to 5 months and then relapsing. So my challenge in my book was to get to 6 months, to get to 6 months, and then I made a challenge of all my lucky numbers to pass that, and I made it to a whole year, and then I failed, and I redone it again. So that's another thing, and just keeping your mind busy. I've always kept myself doing something, because I can get very, very bored very easy. And this is an addict's mind. When you get bored and you start searching for something and you're not sure what you're searching for, it's actually your addiction. So that's why I always switch it up. I switch it up all the time to keep it, interesting. These are the ideas to stay clean: recovery book, exercise, recovery blogger, recovery awareness videos, recovery garden. So just little things that I've done to become the person I am. I started this recovery and I hated myself. I didn't see the person I see now, so I had to train my mind to be okay with myself. So I sat in the mirror a lot, and I spoke to myself, and I said, I am worthy, I'm this, I am that, And at the start it's very awkward, and what you're saying you do not believe, and your brain's been impacted of what you see. You're unworthy, you're ugly, and all that kind of stuff. So it's already embedded, so you have to rewrite it to start this fresh new feeling. And it took about a year, and then I started to see what I was saying was becoming true. So there's a lot of different ways to go around it, but there's some of the ideas that I did to keep me sober and clean.